Hey, what's going on YouTube? NPC G72 here, and look what came in the mail. The MSI GTX 970 Gaming 4GB model. I am really excited about this. Been wanting to pull the trigger on getting one of these since they came out, and I finally did it. The GTX 970 is probably the best bang for your buck video card on the market. You're getting R9 290X type performance out of a video card. It only costs around 350 bucks. And if you remember, the equivalent for these cards that came out last year were the GTX 780s. And GTX 780s were going well over 500 bucks when they first came out. And that was on the old, well, I won't say old, last year's Kepler GPU, and these are Maxwell. So it's good that NVIDIA released these cards at 350 bucks because it's good for competition between them and AMD, which is good for us because we get some better prices. Because right now you can get a 290X for maybe 300 bucks. You may be able to find them even cheaper than that on eBay, or if you go to Newegg, sometimes you can find, you can go in the open box section and you can get them cheap there as well. In fact, I saw a 290X on Newegg the other day for open box. Keep in mind, it's open box for like $263. But anyway, we're talking about the 970 today, and we're going to get to this unboxing, which I've already unboxed, and I got everything laid out. So, of course, you get the box, good-looking box, nice to put up on the shelf and display all your gear that you've bought over the years, like a lot of YouTubers do. Yeah, I plan on doing that, doing the same thing as well. So, you've got this gaming series brochure you get from them talking about their gaming series products. You get the user's guide for the actual card. You get the driver's disc. Always go to the website and download the latest drivers. You've got a VGA to DVI adapter, which I know nobody's using one of these days. Well, somebody may be, but you've got it if you need it. And then you got a 6-pin to 8-pin adapter, which if you need to use this, you got to go beef up your power supply. Go out there and get you a good quality power supply. If you buy anything in your system that you want to make sure is good to go or good quality, get you a good power supply. Yeah, and that's an easy day. And of course, you've got the video card itself in this anti-static bag. Then you got another box that came with it that had all the peripherals inside of it as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it out of the anti-static bag, and I'm going to do that off camera, so I'll come back for the next part of this, which will be coming up right after this. Alright YouTube, I'm back, and as you can see, it has a zero frozer smart cooling stay quiet technology. And what that means that the car doesn't, well, not the car, the fans on the car don't start spinning until it gets to a certain temperature. So I'm glad that MSI put this sticker on there so people don't freak out when their fans are not spinning on their card after they install it in the system and they think they got a problem with it. So on the back of the card, as far as connections, you've got a display port, HDMI, and you got a DVI and a DVI-D. And as you can see, it's got that nice area to exhaust hot air, well, some of the hot air out of the case, but most of the hot air is going to go inside your case because this is a non-standard type cooler on here. And the actual cooler is a Twin Frozer 5. So if you go online and look at these cards, you can see a lot more in-depth information by the Twin Frozer 5 and what it provides as far as its card. But basically all it does is give you better cooling than the last generation of Twin Frozer. The car is red and black. It doesn't have a back plate, but it does have a black PCB. You guys remember when Gigabyte had all those green PCBs on the back of their card? But yeah, good looking PCB. And what I'm planning on doing on this, well, what I plan on doing with this is actually water cooling it, but not right now. And it's got these nice little heat pipes, so it takes that heat away from the card. And as you can see, it's got these, some of the fan blades has these little indentation areas, and that's supposed to improve airflow to get more air over the card to keep the card cooler. So yeah, pretty excited about this. Best bang for the buck. I mean, if you go over on Tom's Hardware and you read the best video card for certain price ranges, it's actually this one and the 290X that they mentioned on there. But where you're going to beat the 290X at right now with this card is for power efficiency, and it has some newer technologies as well. But don't get me wrong, that 290X is a good card. I mean, you're going to burn a little bit more electricity, but you're going to still get some good performance. But if you go over on not Overclock 3D, I'm sorry, but if you go over to Hard OCP, he does a good review on this card, and he talks about all the different technologies, and he actually gives it a gold award. So go over there and check that out over on Hard OCP. Check out Tom's Hardware or any of your favorite websites, and they can tell you about this card. And actually, one of the British websites that I actually follow, I think, is BitTech. Out of the three cards, well, the three GTX 970s from Asus, Gigabyte, and of course MSI, they say they picked this one. They gave this one the highest rating. So don't say that those other cards, well, not to say those other cards aren't good cards, but out of the three, they picked this one. And I was actually looking at Asus Strix, because that one only has 1.8 power connection, and that's what kind of threw me away from that card. And I know that the Maxwell GPU is really efficient, but when you want going to overclock and you want to have a little bit more power, and as you can see, if I get it turned right, yeah, I know I ain't as good as some of these other people with these unboxings, but there you got an 8-pin and a 6-pin. So you got a little bit beefier power supply as far as this card goes than the Asus model has, if I can get my words out today. But anyway, yep, that is the MSI Twin Frozer 5. I almost said 2. GTX 970. So if I mess up today, just bear with me. I'm still getting used to doing this. So give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Like, favorite, and subscribe. Actually, like is with thumbs up, thumbs down. And as I've been saying as of late, BLUT. Later.